For as long as humans have existed, we've feared one thing more than anything else: death. Not just dying, but disappearing, being forgotten, losing consciousness forever. And for most of history, immortality belonged to myths, to gods, to legends. But today, for the first time, science is seriously asking a question that once sounded insane. What if death is not inevitable? Biologically speaking, death is not a single event. It's a process. Cells stop repairing themselves. Damage accumulates. Systems slowly fail. Aging isn't programmed to kill us. It's what happens when maintenance falls behind damage. And that means something important. In theory, aging is a technical problem. Modern science doesn't talk about immortality as living forever. It talks about extending healthy life, slowing aging, repairing cells, resetting biological clocks. And some of this is already happening. Researchers have learned how to reverse aging markers in lab animals, not by magic, but by reprogramming cells to behave as if they were younger. In mice, old tissue has been restored. Damaged organs have partially healed. These experiments don't make headlines often, but they're real. Another frontier is genetics. Some animals barely age at all. Certain jellyfish can reset their life cycle. Naked mole rats live far longer than expected and resist cancer. Bowhead whales live over 200 years. By studying them, scientists are identifying genes linked to longevity. The question isn't whether nature allows long life. It already does. The question is whether humans can safely replicate it. Then there's technology. AI is accelerating drug discovery. Nanotechnology aims to repair damage at the cellular level. Brain-computer interfaces raise the possibility of preserving consciousness. Some researchers even explore digital continuity, the idea that memory and identity could survive biological limits. Not tomorrow, but no longer unthinkable. However, immortality isn't just a scientific challenge, it's a philosophical one. If humans stop aging, what happens to society? Who gets access first? Who decides the rules? Does life lose meaning if it no longer has an ending? These questions don't have equations, but they matter as much as biology. There's also a darker reality. Extending life doesn't automatically mean extending wisdom. A longer-lived humanity could stagnate. Power could freeze in place. Mistakes could last centuries instead of decades. Immortality without maturity could amplify our worst traits. And yet, the drive remains. Because at its core, the pursuit of immortality isn't about vanity. It's about time. Time to learn more. Time to love longer. Time to fix mistakes. It's the refusal to accept that consciousness, the most complex thing we know, must simply end. So what does science really say? True immortality is not close, but radical life extension is no longer fantasy. The line between living longer and living indefinitely is becoming thinner every decade. The question may not be, will humans become immortal? But rather, how much death are we willing to accept as a design choice? Because for the first time in history, death is no longer just a fate. It's a problem, and science has started working on it.